Morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the deep black elements. Deep black elements are the elements in which differentiating electron enter into the d orbital, n-1 d orbital. n-1 means which is present in inner to the outermost orbit. So such kind of elements are called as the D black elements. These D black elements are present in between the S block and P black elements. S black and P black elements. They are arranged in 4 rows. These are the 4 rows of D black elements. In them, first 3 rows are completely filled. The fourth one is not completely filled, and their importance is very less when compared with the first 3 rows of elements of D black elements. Okay, so let us go to discuss about the D black elements. These are the 4 series of D black elements. The first row of D black elements is called as 3D series. This is 3D series, which starts with scandium element. So it is also called as the scandium series. Why that is this is called a 3D series? Means in this particular elements, differentiating electron enter into the 3D orbital of element. Starts from scandium, which has atomic number of 21, and ends with zinc, which has atomic number of 30. 4D series, which is present below the 3D series, which starts with the yttrium element, ends with cadmium 48. So this series of elements is called as the yttrium series. Yttrium series. Next, this is a 5D series, because in this particular elements electron enter into the 5D orbital. 5D orbital, which starts with lanthanum, ends with mercury. Starts with lanthanum, ends with mercury 80, which is also called as the lanthanum series. Lanthanum series. Next to 6D series, which is called as the actinium series. Actinium series. So these are the different series of D black elements. All the D black elements are metals, perfect metals, when compared with the S black metals. S black metals. Here now go to electronic configuration of different series of D black elements. First series is 3D series. Starts with scandium, ends with zinc. Okay, in them chromium element electronic configuration is 3D54S1, whereas manganese also having 3D54S2, and copper, which has electronic configuration of 3D10-4S1. These vanadium and copper chromium and copper has anomalous electronic configuration because to attain extra stability than the surrounding elements of them, because half filled are chromium is having 3d5 4s1 3d5 4s1. Okay, 4s orbital is incompletely filled or half filled. 3d orbital is also filled up with 5 electrons, which is off. So these half filled orbitals are more stable according to Hund's law. Similarly, copper is also getting 3d10 4s1, in which d orbital is completely filled, s orbital is halfly filled. So this chromium and manganese both are having anomalous electronic configuration to get stability than their neighbors. Such kind of electronic configurations can also be seen in 4D series, in which molybdenum is showing, and then silver is also showing silver. So these are the anomalous electronic configuration. In 5D series also, some elements have different electronic configurations, which can be seen in this particular table of electronic configurations. To get a particular stability or to get additional stability, elements are getting anomalous electronic configuration. So particularly here we have importance for the electronic configurations of 3D series, that is scandium series. You know very well about these electronic configurations. Next, these are the D black elements. Here one more word is there, that is transition elements. D black elements are the elements in which differentiating electron or lost electron enter into the d orbital of the element. Those are called D black elements. But all the D black elements are not having completely filled d orbitals. Completely filled d orbitals. Most of the elements are having incompletely filled d orbitals. Already we seen electronic configuration of elements of different series. Okay, so such kind of elements which have incompletely filled d orbitals in their outermost level, d orbital or any other orbital also, possess some special properties. So such kind of elements are called as the transition elements. Such kind of elements are called as the transition elements. The elements which have incompletely filled d orbitals in atomic state or ionic state are generally called as the transition elements. All d black elements are transition elements. All d black elements are transition elements, but all transition elements, D black elements are not transition elements, but all transition elements are D black elements. D black elements have differentiating electron in d orbital only, whereas transition elements are the elements which have incompletely filled d orbitals. Okay, in ionic state or atomic state. This is about the electronic configurations of D black elements. Okay, next. General and physical properties of D black elements. General and physical properties. Here, a few of them are given: atomic and ionic size, ionization enthalpy or ionization energies, oxidation states, colored ions, catalytic properties, magnetic properties, formation of complex compounds, finally, formation of interstitial compounds. These are the characteristic properties of D black elements or transition elements. Okay, in them, the bottom properties like formation of complex compounds, magnetic properties, catalytic properties, colored ions are showing colored ions are characteristic features of transition elements. Transition elements. So these are important properties of transition elements or D black elements. Here we have a slide which has differences between D black elements and transition elements. Here those are given. D black elements are which have completely or incompletely filled d orbitals. D black elements are the elements which have completely or incompletely filled d orbitals are called D black elements. But transition elements are elements that have incompletely filled d orbitals. At least in one stable cation they form. That means in atomic state or ionic state, D black elements which have incompletely filled d orbitals are called as the transition elements. D black elements may or may not have incompletely filled d orbitals in their cations, but incompletely filled d orbitals in transition elements or in stable cations or stable ionic states are essential for uh, referring transition elements. Transition elements. D black elements have may or may not colored compounds. They have colored compounds and colorless compounds, but transition elements should contain colored complexes. Always transition elements form colored complexes with other ions. D black elements are diamagnetic, paramagnetic, or ferromagnetic, whereas transition elements are paramagnetic or ferromagnetic. Para ferromagnetic property is main feature of D black elements. Some are not solids at room temperatures. D black element them in D black elements some elements are not solids at room temperature. For example, mercury. Mercury is a liquid at room temperature. So all types of liquid and solid type of metals can be present in D black elements, whereas all elements are solids at room temperature in respect of transition elements. In respect of transition elements, these are the features of or differences between D black elements and transition elements. The word difference is giving some idea between the changes of D black and transition elements. And a few properties we have here: atomic radii or ionic radii. Atomic radii is the distance between the nucleus and outermost electron of the atom is called as atomic radii. Ionic radii is also same. The distance between nucleus and outermost electron of ion is called as the atomic radii or ionic radii. Generally, atomic radii of D black elements or transition elements is smaller than S black elements and larger than P black elements, because D black elements are present in between the S and P black elements of periodic table. So after S black elements, D black will come in periodic table if you move in period. If you move in a period, first two elements of any period are belong to S black. Next 10 elements are belong to D black. So the in a period, while moving from left to right, atomic radii will be decreased, so that a smaller atomic sizes can be noticed at the beginning of each transition series. Here, a comparison between the 3D series are given in respect of their atomic radius. Here, the red colored one is scandium series or 3D series line or curve. Gradually, the atomic radii are decreasing to nickel, because 3D series elements are arranged in a period. So in a period from left to right, atomic radii gradually decreases. But after nickel element in copper and zinc slightly, the atomic radii increases between because of the electron or electron repulsions present among the outermost level orbitals. So their atomic radii are slightly increased because of the electron repulsions in the atoms. Next, you observe a blue colored graph line which represents the atomic radii of Utrian series or 4D series. In this, also gradually atomic radii of the elements are decreasing and then slightly increased due to the same reason. Due to the same reason. Then lanthanum series yellow line is indicating as in this particular lanthanum series also atomic radium is gradually decreasing and then gradually slightly increases. So this is about the atomic radii of D black elements. Atomic radii of D black elements. Next item is ionization energies. Ionization energies. In this particular ionization energies of D black elements, here we have taken first row elements, that is 3D series of elements. 3D series of elements. Already we seen atomic radii of 3D series gradually decreases up to copper and then increased slightly because of electron electron repulsion and nucleus electron attraction. Here, ionization enthalpies are also first row ionization. First ionization energy enthalpies are all are almost same because all the elements have almost same atomic radii. Atomic radii. Okay, this is first most. Next, second ionization enthalpy, which is slightly higher because in second time the electron can be removed from the positively charged ion. That positively charged ion cannot easily give the electron to out, so that second internal energy, second ionization enthalpies are slightly greater than the first ionization energies of first row transition elements. Finally, third ionization energies are also some more greater than the first and second ionization energy values. So this is about the ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Here, ionization enthalpies of transition metals IE1, first ionization energy. First, this is 3D series, this is 4D series, but this is about the 5D series elements. 5D series elements are having more ionization enthalpies, more ionization enthalpies, because in 5D series elements lanthanide contraction can be seen. Lanthanide contraction can be seen. Due to lanthanide contraction, these 5D series elements have lesser atomic sizes. Lesser atomic sizes because of lanthanide contraction. What is lanthanide contraction? We know that a greater decrease in the atomic radii or ionic radii of a atom is called as the uh, ionization enthalpy, right? So due to lanthanide contraction, atomic sizes of 5D series elements are very less, so that the energy required to remove the electron from outermost level of our atom will be more. That is, ionization energies are more for 5D elements series when compared with the 3D and 4D series of elements. This is clearly shown in a graph. In a y-axis we have taken ionization energy, x-axis we taken transition metals or d-black metals or d-black metals. Next to another slide, variable oxidation states. Generally, oxidation state is the charge or charge to be present over an atom is called as the oxidation state. Generally, oxidation state indicates as the combining capacity of an element. The combining capacity of an element. Generally, a fixed oxidation states are contained by the most of the elements of periodic table, but D black elements have more than one oxidation states, and they exhibit different kinds of oxidation states in different compounds, because in transition elements the energy gap between the nth level and n minus 1 d level will be very less. Because of this less energy gap, n minus 1 d level electrons can easily enter into the n level, and then they could participate in the ionic reactions or reactions. Okay, and at the same time, transition elements have a capacity to allow the whole number of electrons or partly some of the electrons of atom into the reaction. This flexibility is more for the d black elements, so that some electrons belong to outermost level can be participate in the reaction, and other electrons cannot be participate in the reaction. That means just retained by the element or ion. So this kind of attitude is shown by the d black elements. At the same time, they are the metals. They are the metals. Metals can easily loses their outermost electrons. So by grouping these all types of the reasons only, we can explain the variable oxidation states of the d black elements. Okay, so here general electronic configuration of transition elements is the n minus 1 d 1 to 9 and ns 1 dash 2. So mostly ns level occupies 2 electrons, ns2 mostly ns level occupy 2 electrons. So all the transition elements can easily loses their 2 electrons um, from their d orbitals, s orbital, from their s orbital, so that almost all elements are showing plus 2 oxidation state. Almost all electrons are shown plus 2 oxidation state. So here titanium plus 2, chromium plus 2, manganese plus 2, iron plus 2, cobalt plus 2, nickel plus 2, zinc plus 2, like this way. So almost all electrons show the plus 2 oxidation state, which is equal to number of electrons present in the ns level of atom or ion. So this is the reason behind the plus 2 oxidation state of d black elements. And some elements can allow the total number of electrons present in their outermost level, that is ns level, and n minus 1 d level, that is anti penultimate shell, penultimate shell. So at that situation, more number of electrons can get permission to participate in chemical reaction. At that time, the electrons present in ns level and n minus 1 d level both participate in the chemical reaction. Both participate in the chemical reaction. At that situation, some elements can show more than one oxidation state, that is plus 2 oxidation state. Sometimes some elements can have plus 1 oxidation state as a stable oxidation state. Those kind of oxidation states are given here, which depend upon their ns and n minus 1 d level energy gaps. N minus 1 d level energy gaps. Okay, in a 3D series of elements, in 3D series of elements, the manganese is having highest oxidation number as plus 7. Manganese is having highest oxidation state as plus 7. That means its outermost electronic configuration is the 3d5 4s2. The total 7 electrons are participating in the reaction. So manganese loses 7 electrons in reaction when it participate. So manganese of 3D series contain more highest oxidation state than the other elements of 3D series. In 4D series, ruthenium, in 4D series, ruthenium is showing plus 8 oxidation state, which contain 5s to 3d 3d5, 5s to 3d6, 5s to 3d6. So ruthenium is showing highest oxidation state as +8 in 4D series. In 5D series, osmium is giving +8 oxidation state. Osmium is giving +8 oxidation state. So highest oxidation state exhibited by the D black elements is +8 oxidation state, which is shown by the 4D series element, that is ruthenium, and 5D series element, that is 4D series. Okay, right. But in this, ruthenium contains very less stable +8 oxidation state. So osmium shows more stable +8 oxidation state. So this is about the variable oxidation states of the elements. Already those oxidation states are given in this particular slide, given in the particular slide. And copper is showing +1 and +2 oxidation state, whereas zinc is only having +2 oxidation state. And finally silver is having +1, +2, +3 oxidation states. +1, +2, +3. Cadmium is restricted to only one oxidation state, that is +2 oxidation state. Rm, Au is having +1 and +3. These oxidation states are very important while discussing about the reactions of these elements. Mercury, which has only +1 and +2 oxidation states, +1 and +2 oxidation states. So, first elements of this series, that is in 3D series, scandium is showing +3 oxidation state. That means it loses all the electrons present in its ns and n-1 d level. Similarly, yttrium is also giving +3 oxidation state. Lanthanum is also giving +3 oxidation state. So by this way, the elements of D black are showing different oxidation states, different oxidation states. So with this, some properties of D black elements are completed. We need another um, 40 minutes of time to complete this one. So by with this slide we can complete. Okay.